What is Taqleed? Taqleed literally means to follow someone. In Islamic legal terminology, it means to follow a jurist, known as a Mujtahid, in religious laws and commandments as he has derived them. Who is a Mujtahid? A Mujtahid is a person who is an expert in Islamic jurisprudence, known as fiqh. He is also called a faqih. It is necessary for the Mujtahid that is followed to be male, a follower of the 12 divinely appointed Imams, adult, sane, of legitimate birth, living and just. It is also necessary for a Mujtahid who is followed to be an a'lam, that is, one who is more proficient in understanding the divine laws than any other contemporary Mujtahid. So why should we do Taqleed? Taqleed is not compulsory upon everyone. However, in matters of religious laws, apart from those laws that are clearly defined or those that are indisputable, a person must either be a Mujtahid himself, capable of inferring and deducing laws from religious sources and evidence, or if he is not a Mujtahid himself, he should follow one, i.e., he should act accordingly to the verdicts of a Mujtahid. Or, if he is neither a Mujtahid or a follower, he should act with such precaution that would assure him that he has fulfilled his religious obligations. Becoming a Mujtahid is not an easy task, and being able to act with precaution is also very difficult for an ordinary believer. Therefore, it is obligatory upon those who are neither Mujtahids or able to act with precaution to follow a Mujtahid. As in any sphere of life, we refer to experts to solve certain problems, since we cannot be authorities in everything. Religious interpretations and rulings are no different from such matters like engineering, medicine, optometry, or even car repair. Thus, logic tells us that if we are not at that level of understanding the Sharia, we must resort to those who are. Many verses of the Holy Quran give us general and specific commandments to ask those who have more knowledge if we do not know. There are also numerous ahadith on the issue of taqleed, such as, it has been narrated that our 12th Imam, Al-Hujjah, may Allah hasten his return, has said, as for those events that will occur in the future, refer to those people who narrate our sayings, since surely they, the jurists, are my proof over you, and I am the proof of Allah. So how can a Mujtahid that is followed be identified? There are 3 ways of identifying a potential Mujtahid that is to be followed as the most learned jurist. To be certain that a particular person is the most learned Mujtahid, one must be a learned person himself, and thus be capable of identifying him. When 2 learned and just persons that have the ability to identify Mujtahids confirm that someone is a Mujtahid, and they are not contradicted by 2 other learned and just persons. In fact, being a Mujtahid or an a'lam can also be established by the statement of only one trusted and reliable person. When a number of learned persons possessing the capability of identifying a Mujtahid certify that a particular person is a Mujtahid, provided that one is satisfied by their statement. So how can one find the verdicts of a Mujtahid that is followed? There are 4 ways of finding the verdicts of a Mujtahid. Number 1, when one hears from the Mujtahid himself. 2, when 2 just persons relate the verdict of the Mujtahid. 3, when one hears about the verdict from someone whose statement satisfies him. And 4, by reading the Mujtahid's book of practical laws, provided that one is satisfied about the correctness of the book. It should be remembered that a Mujtahid formulates his opinions after pushing his research and study as far as he can. and that is all that is expected of him, for he is neither inerrant nor a knower of the unseen. At any rate, the person who follows him is safe and sound. To learn more about Pure Islam, please visit our website www.findtruth.co.uk.